The transfer window has wrapped, and now all the squads are set for the second half of the season. And it's interesting to take a look at the three interesting facets of the championship. That is the promotion push, the playoff chase, and the relegation battle. So today I'm going to be looking at what two teams might be going up automatically from the championship. The top four right now is, well, it was tighter before Leeds had their game against Coventry, but you know what? It's a pretty good four-horse race, and picking up from last season, where once again it was a four-horse race where Leeds eventually missed out, it's certainly getting spicy at the top now, with just 8 points separating Sunderland in fourth and Leeds in first position. And the transfer window may have moved some pieces around in the hunt for the top two. Right, so who do I think did the best business in the transfer window? Without doubt, I think Sunderland did pretty well. However, there's a big caveat on this. And a lot of Sunderland fans, they like to remind me that I said they would run out of steam. But the reality is, the signing of Enzo Lefebvre, tremendous business. Probably the best business that's been done this window. We've already seen what he's about. And he is indeed a level above the championship. But unfortunately, four very good teams, are chasing just 2 places in the championship. And sadly, that means 2 teams will have to miss out, and that'll be 2 very good teams who will most definitely be making it to the playoff final without a shadow of a doubt. But in addition to Enzo Lefebvre, they've also added Jayden Danns, who is actually injured, and it's a bit of a weird one. But Jayden Danns could be a very good pickup, especially if Sunderland find themselves most likely in the playoffs. Also, a shout out to their signing of Wilson Isidore. Fortunately, the fee was agreed before he started tearing up the championship. So fair play, Sunderland. He's definitely going to get a lot better. Fair play. But do I think Sunderland will be making the top spot? No. Do I think they'll make seconds? No. Although they have proved me wrong about running out of steam, I do think there are many better, but I think there are certainly 3 better than Sunderland. I have them pegged finishing 4th, but it will be a proper battle from them. It was really tough to decide who I think could nab that second spot. Because when you look at Sheffield United and Burnley, both teams having come down from the Premier League last season, both having, well, big overhauls in the summer. Sheffield United keeping Chris Wilder, who, egg on my face. I said he would be the only thing holding Sheffield United back. How wrong did I get that?
You are wrong!
And Burnley, who, well, Vincent Kompany did want to stay, and he somehow managed to get a move to Bayern Munich. Yeah, he's doing very well there, but who wouldn't do well at Bayern Munich? It's a very good team in a, well, I don't want to say a mediocre league, but it's a league without too much competition. So we say bye-bye to Vincent Kompany. Well, bye-bye. He's been gone like 6 or 7 months, hasn't he? But Scott Parker's come in, and he's a well-travelled championship campaigner in terms of management. And Burnley are quite tough to beat. They haven't conceded a goal in like a billion years. Well, it feels like a billion years. In reality, it's been about 6 games. They're not the most excitable team going forward, but if we go back to Luton Town in the 22-23 season, promotion campaigns can be built on being tight at the back. I still think, though, Burnley might just miss out on the automatic promotion push, purely based on the fact that they don't have enough going forwards. Yes, I know they smashed Plymouth 5-0 just a few weeks ago, but come on, that's Plymouth, bottom of the table, and yeah, they should be beating teams at the bottom of the table, and they should be beating teams more convincingly than just the ones. And are there any twos? No, I just think it's ones.
Ain't no number twos in football.
And there have been a lot of draws in there as well, which I think will sort of hold them back come the end of the season for the run-in. Yes, they're tough to score against, but they also just don't score enough. I think a very good bit of business from them. Marcus Edwards signing from Sporting. There is an obligation to buy if they go up, or it might not be if they go up, but it's a very good bit of business because he could potentially unlock those goal-scoring opportunities that have sort of been lacking. Ashley Barnes is back again. I don't think he's going to be scoring too many goals, but hopefully with Marcus Edwards and even John Joe Shelvey back in the Championship. I think he was last in the Championship when he was at Newcastle all those years ago. But Shelvey is a very tidy player, and I think even though he's been out of top flight football for a couple of years, I don't know where he's come from. I don't even want to hazard a guess at pronouncing where he came from. Ayupspor.
I don't think that's right.
He's come from Ayupspor. Does he still have what is needed to compete physically in the midfield, especially in the Championship, which is a very athletic and physical league? Maybe. But I don't think Ashley Barnes is going to be firing too many goals in. I do think Marcus Edwards, though, is a very astute piece of business. And if Burnley manage to limp into the top two, which I don't think will happen, then he could be a very handy player to have for the playoffs. Now, Sheffield United, I have them going up in second place.
Jinx!
Oh. So I think they've had a very good window. Harry Souttar is a really big loss. He is. There's no getting around that. However, they've replaced him with Harry Clark on loan from Ipswich and Rob Holding on loan from Crystal Palace. And I think those are very good bits of business, as well as bringing in Tom Cannon, who's already shown that he can create goals as well as scoring goals. Now, fair play to Sheffield United. They sort of take what Burnley have, as in being difficult to score against, but Sheffield United score goals on the other ends of the pitch. They have so much talent up top, and they've just added to it with, I said Tom Cannon, but, Gustavo Hamer, Callum O'Hare. And they brought in Ben Brereton Diaz again for what feels like, his 100th time at Sheffield United. He's a good player at this level, I guess. I never really rated him. It always felt to me that Brereton Diaz kind of went up a level as soon as he put the Diaz in his name. As soon as he became Chilean, that's when he started to find the goals. But I think he's a very good option for them to have up top, and that's why I think Sheffield United are going to sneak that second place. And finally, Leeds, who decided their squad was so good they didn't even need to do any business.
Brag, champ, brag! You've earned it!
I might be getting ahead of myself by saying Leeds United will go up as champions. They have a Premier League squad as it stands now. However, there is the issue. If they were to lose Ampadu to another injury and Tanaka, because obviously Tanaka sort of announced himself with Ampadu getting injured, but Leeds, they just seem to be finding another level. Willie Noto, he's above Championship level. Manor Solomon, he is on loan from a Premier League club. He's tremendous. And the likes of Patrick Bamford aren't even getting near the squad. And then they have players like Matteo Joseph, who again, he wouldn't look out of place in the Premier League. And then they have Daniel Farker, who is a very good manager at this level. He's very basics first. He's very safety, but at the same time, he has the talent at his disposal to go and completely dismantle teams. Like that 7-0 win against Cardiff. That's just crazy. But could signing no one in the window come back to bite them? Even just bringing in one more person as a sort of intention to show that you are indeed going for it. Obviously, Daniel Farker thinks that his squad is completely settled, and that's absolutely fair. I think Ilya Melia, he could hold back the team a little bit. He's a very good shot stopper, but he is prone to dropping the odd clanger, as we've seen numerous times this season. But again, Leeds have a very solid defence, so I don't think too many teams can score against them. And then, as we've seen against Coventry, Cardiff, Luton, well, pretty much every team in the division except Burnley, which became a sort of non-event and was forgotten by nearly everyone, T-minus 5 seconds after the full-time whistle, Leeds just dominate games. They take the game by the scruff of the neck, they score the goals, they say, okay, you try and break us down, and then you have players like Dan James who will just go up the other end, blast past you when you're knackered, and put the cherry on the cake and just win a game. Leeds are another level, and that's why I have them finishing top. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the race for the top 2. I think it's a very interesting one. I think it's a 4-horse race, but I do think Leeds have one of those places. Let me know in the comments what you think. Remember, hit that subscribe button if you love Championship content. We got tons of it here. And whoever you support, have a great day.